everyone, and welcome back to Love Online. I am Dr. Carla Dunbar. Today we are going to treat with a topic that, persons have thought that this just started, but it actually evolved over time. It is in scriptures, and that is the matter of blended families. Before I begin, however, please like, share, and subscribe to this video. I call this marriage evangelism, and this is how you can help me to save marriages globally. I'm sure you know a few persons who could benefit from this video, so go ahead, share, and subscribe. Now, if you're trying to hold a family together that did not start together, you care very deeply, you show up, and still some days there's this tenseness, this awkwardness, and in very fragile ways that you did not expect. And I've heard parents say, I thought love would be enough, but I did not know how to handle loyalty conflicts, discipline, and even emotional distance that comes with having a blended family. Now, about 60 to 70% of blended families in marriages with children involved ends in divorce, and this is a statistic. This is significantly higher than the 40 to 50 or the 40 to 45% rate for persons who are in first marriages, with some sources noting that the rates climb as high as 67 to 70% due to added complexities like different parenting styles, past hurt, and loyalty conflicts. Now, blended family is not about forcing closeness onto the stepchildren or the step-parent in the home. It is about building trust slowly, incrementally, and repairing what feels broken down in the relationship while helping every child to feel safe without choosing sides and loyalty with parents. And the longer misunderstandings and unspoken resentments sit beneath the surface, the harder it becomes to create real connections in a blended family relationship. Usually, what feels manageable can now turn into deep division, and later it gets worse if it's not addressed with care. And that is why my book, Wisdom Keys for Families, in that book, I speak expressly to the blended family, to step parenting, and to the extended family, so that families can have a clear guidance on navigating emotions, boundaries, and relationships in the blended family without the feelings of guilt or pressure or even unrealistic expectations. I had a blended family, and so I'm speaking from a position of experience in guiding you to treat with the matter of the blended family. And in addition to this, I want to support parents. I also want to help children, especially teens, to understand that they are feeling what they're feeling as well. And in Wisdom Keys and in the series of Wisdom Keys, because it will be a series, they're the one that is especially for the children who will live in a blended family. Now, these are strategies, are not necessarily keys. Marrying into a blended family, it presents unique joys and challenges, and it requires patience, it requires open communication, and it also requires prioritizing your bond as a couple. I believe a very sensitive, unified we needs strategies and not just keys, and it often takes up to 5 to 7 years for everyone to really just adjust, and then some, because nothing is in its completeness, right? So key strategies for success in a blended family involves establishing a united front as parents. Both parents, the biological parent, the step parent, having a united front and nurturing the marital relationship that you both enjoy with dedicated time to each other, respecting each member's space, in this blended family relationship, and setting realistic expectations, and then building new shared traditions to create a unified we in this kind of a family. Now, certainly there are challenges and there are realities to the blended family, but time and adjustment can help, because blending is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And it takes years for members to feel like a true family unit. There are differing expectations where children and step-parents often have different feelings and timelines for bonding. And then there's the external pressures, the ex-spouses, the extended family, and even friends that can create division in this family. And of course, if there are parenting differences, navigating different backgrounds and different parenting styles in discipline and in laying rules down and setting boundaries, they are quite common, but they can also cause or create challenges in the relationship. So let's look at some strategies for success. One, more than anything else, prioritize the marriage. Remember that as a couple, if you don't keep it together, your family is going to drift apart. So you have to make dedicated time for your spouse. Date nights must have. And present a unified and respectful front to the children. No name calling the biological parent during these times. You understand? If you are together, yes, no trying to ridicule, no talking down about or speaking ill about the other parent who is not present in the blended family unit. Do not do this. If you have discussions, take it as parents somewhere, but never in front of the children. Next, communicate openly. Foster a safe space for all family members to express feeling without guilt. I generally had meetings. Yes, bi-monthly, we had a meeting. Just dissect what's happening in the marriage or in the family. If things escalate, if the bills goes up, we talk about it. And whether it is that they miss the other parent or they don't feel belonged in this family relationship, just allow for respectful expressions and do so with empathy. Act as a team. It's important. I say this over and over. Present a unified parental front. Even if the biological parent leads discipline, agree on rules together. Okay? Two homes doesn't grow a child. And so you have to be firm about what is allowed. You have to act as a team, because children at any level are not impressed with hypocrisy, especially among parents taking sides or disagreeing in front of them. Actually, it's confusing, especially with smaller children. Be patient and extend grace. Understand that everyone adjusts at their own speed, and so you can lower your expectations. Understand that they may not have been given the entire picture, where they are coming from, different home that they are coming from. They don't know exactly what happened to cause both parents to not be together. And so they are either left with two assumptions or the information fed by a resentful or even a hurting parent. And that's all they have to work with, the children. Also, you should build new traditions in your home. Create shared positive memories through games and trips and family rituals, and just build a sense of us. Yes, you are now a new you. Get them involved by asking for their ideas as you craft your mission and your vision for the family. And create your own tradition, because that allows you to be unique as a family together. And of course, you have to establish boundaries, because establishing boundaries, clear boundaries with the ex-spouses, putting your current spouse first in the decision making for your new family unit is a safe space, and it's vitally important for family harmony, and especially with the children. Clearly defining the roles and the chain of command and the expectations and even the house rules can help when it's enforced with consistency. I spoke about that in Effective Parenting. You can look at that video, right? So when love and consistency is there, it's easier for them to adapt and to adjust and to love together. And seek support. Don't hesitate to get professional counseling or connect with other blended families as a support group for guidance. right? Rome was not built in a day, and you don't know everything. As a parent, you're not even expected to know everything. A third party's trained and objective perspective can help you to navigate together. Disengaging. Now, persons may think it's harsh to step back and disengage in a blended family. And while disengaging from your stepchildren is not for everyone, you should remember there are no rules for blending your family in a certain way. And especially if you inherit teens whose values are already formed from their home of origin. As a step parent, you have to do what is right for you. And sometimes that means stepping back by disengaging. I do not say amputate. I said stepping back by disengaging just for a little while, because you can gain perspective. And it's not the same thing as neglecting. It's giving both yourself and the child or children just space to breathe and to be authentic. I have applied this in my own relationship. I learned this after a while. And so it has helped that myself and my stepchild, who I don't even call my stepchild, is my son, to be very, very, extremely close. We have a close relationship because we're both allowed to be our authentic self. And I learned how to disengage. I knew when to step in, and I knew when to just back off. Okay? So remember now, focus on building your new family. Unite. Don't divide. And don't avoid your kids, right? And just keep it together. Don't talk about your kids and my kids. It's our kids, our children. And focus on building one family, not two. Build history together. Create shared experiences to develop collective identity within your family type. And just model healthy love. It's just important. Show your children a strong, respectful marriage as the foundation of your lives together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something that I experienced in my own life, and I'm using it as a tool to help to build and to sustain your marriage and your blended family. Remember, Psalm 23 and verses 5 share the perspective that neither you, your marriage, or your spouse is meant to just survive the situations of life. You're meant to thrive and to overflow so that you can help another person. So I thank you again for watching, and I pray that your marriage will be impacted by watching and sharing this video. For more like this, please register at the Grow Your Marriage Academy at Carla Dunbar Ministries for courses for husbands only, wives only, couples together, dating couples, courting couples, and even if you're single. There's the Marriage Readiness Intelligent that helps you to understand who you are and who you are to be if it is that you so desire to be married. And if you are a seasoned couple, like I like to call you, you have been married for a while and you believe that you have invested so much in your marriage you can share with somebody else, then we have a marriage coaching certificate program that is crafted just for you. Register now for any one of these courses, and let us together save marriages globally. Until next time, this is Love Online, and I'm Dr. Carla Dunbar.